hello, and namaste. I am making this video because of the current energy that is on the planet. And I know I'm feeling a lot of things, and I know others are feeling it too. So I just wanted to share what I've been feeling and, basically the message that I get. So I pulled from the Energy Oracle deck, because I put it away, I forgot the name of it. The Energy Oracle deck, and I pulled from the Angels and Ancestors deck. So the first card I got today is the Temple Path. The Temple Path. Okay, so what I'm getting today for both those who are on this journey already and for those who are just starting. So for those who are just starting this journey, it's time for you to ground yourself and go deep within, because a path has been laid out and you are able to see some of it, but you have to continue walking forward. You have to ground yourself. You have to connect with Source, connect with Gaia, connect with the universe, connect with the spirits, connect with the angel, connect with those that you connect with. For some, they just might want to connect with everyone. For others, they just might want to connect with one deity, one God, but connect. The whole thing is about connecting, because synchronicity is all around you. Your signs, symbols, messages are all around you. It is time for you to be in the present moment every day. Be in the present moment. Take time to just breathe. Take time to just look at a wall. Look at the color of the wall. What does that color mean to you? Simple little things like that is actually a moment of meditation, believe it or not. But feel into that day. Even if it's a cloudy day, it's not a bad day. Even if things are not going your way, doesn't mean it's a bad day. Look at that day and feel into it, and you're going to start to receive messages. For those who are already on this path, your road has been clear. Your answers are being answered right now. You may not see the results of them, but everything is in the works right now, in the works right now. So continue to walk on your current path. For both, a structure is either being created or is already created. So for those who have already created, basically they're doing the work. You are now connected. Spirit hears you. Source hears you. The universe hears you. They're answering your questions. They're all around you. For those who are starting, they've always been there, but you are now starting to feel their presence, starting to see their presence, and starting to get those messages. Just be open and receptive to it. That way you know that it's from them. Right now, there is a path being laid out for everyone. And you need to continue walking down this path so you can strengthen your temple for those who are starting. And for those who are already there, you are now taking it to a higher level. You're upgrading. You are upgrading with communicating with spirit, with receiving messages, and you're getting clarity right now. Feel into the warmth, the love, the peace that is within this energy that is being provided to us. Because this right here is showing that you are stepping you are stepping within. You are stepping into your sacred space. You are allowing yourself to receive messages, to feel messages. If you don't see, if you don't feel, if you don't hear, it is okay. It's still around you through other ways. Again, synchronicities, signs, symbols. Somebody may come out of nowhere and say something. You'd be like, what did you just say? Because it answered a question that you had that you needed answered. So it's all about being open and receptive to the messages that are around you. And you may be seeing them through dreams. Your dreams may be crazy, because I know my dreams have been even more crazy, because my friends call my dreams telenovelas, basically soap operas, because when I talk about my dreams, we can sit there for a whole hour and I can tell you all my dreams. And this whole, and at least I've been able to also get the messages from the dreams, because there's some messages in everything. And oh, my nose itches, I'm sorry. There's messages, and some people feel that there's messages also in nose itching, but there's always a message, symbol, sign that is all around you. It's about being open to it, and it's about being receptive to the message. As you can see in this gazebo, the gazebo is round to represent the universe. It goes into a slight point, which goes up into, to source, or however you see spirituality is going to that main point, the source of it all. As you can see, the 3 dots, which are little gold orbs, you hear me? Gold orbs. It represents spirit. It represents your deities. It represents the angels. It represents those spirits that you work with. And they are there. They are guiding you. They are giving you messages. They are showing you things. You just have to be open and receptive to see them. Just remember always, what you ask for, you're not always going to get the way you want it. Your questions, when you ask for an answer, it's not always going to be given to you the way you want to hear it. You may want to hear it through a card. You may want to hear it. You may want to see it. It's not always going to be that way. So be open and receptive to receiving the message, because right now, the energy that's around us, it's coming to us in many ways, in multiple waves. So, for instance, I asked a question, and I was on my balcony, and then suddenly a bird flew by. What does the bird have to do with my question? Nothing. But what came after it, because I focused onto the bird and I just looked at the bird, and it was just a serene moment, a beautiful moment, just looking at that bird gliding. My message came through for my answer came through for my question. So being in a moment every day, being in the moment every day, even if you're just looking at the color of a wall, or even if you're just staring out the window, you're giving yourself that moment to be in that state of receiving. Also remember, when you are in those moments, don't be in that moment and expect a certain message, expect to hear it, expect to see it, expect to feel it. Excuse me. Just be in that moment to receive, and that's it. Because you'll receive it some way, somehow, but you'll receive it. But this card is talking about, for those who have been working already on their paths, on their goals, your path is clear. For those who are starting, your path is laid out. You just have to now be open to seeing it in front of you. For those who are working on their path, you have created a structure. You have created a sacred space that now you can communicate at a higher level with with source, deity, the universe, Gaia, with everybody. For those who are starting, you are starting to see what it feels like to connect, and you're starting to feel. But even though you're not sure if you're feeling, just know that if you feel a little bit different, okay, fine, I feel something, accept it. If you are feeling like you're getting something but you can't see it, accept it. I'm feeling it. My mind's eye is seeing it, but I'm not seeing it. But it's okay. It's there. Accept it. It will come to you. It might come to you in your dreams. It might come to you later on. But accept that. Even though you can't see it, accept it. Thank you. Thank you. Even though I can't see you, thank you. And this is how you will grow, and you will start to receive more. Or sometimes speak it out loud. Speak it. I see something, but I can't put it together. Thank you. Thank you. See it and accept it. Right now, again, this is a time of enormous amount of energy because we just finished not too long ago the Lion's Gate. The the alignment of planets, a supermoon, and the solar flares. There's a lot of energy in this planet right now, and this is a time to tap into it. Ground this energy into yourself, so then that way you can tap into it when you need it. And if something comes to mind, write it down. Speak it out loud. I feel this. I see this. I think this. And if you don't get anything else from it, don't drive yourself crazy over it. Write it down. Visit it back again later. There's a reason why you got it. Excuse me. So, and also, if you look at the number 12 speaks, if you break it down, which is the number 1 and the number 2. The number 1 talks about new beginnings. It talks about taking that first step and taking that leap onto trying something new or going down a different route that you would have never thought of going. The number 2 talks about partnership, talks about teaming up. So you are coming together in this new beginning with spirit. You are coming together and receiving the balance that you need from spirit, because 2 can also speak of balance. And you need to try to, how to put it, you need to try to not worry so much about you're not getting anything, you're not seeing anything, or you're not feeling anything. It's there. And just know it's there. It's easy for me to say and hard for you to kind of maybe comprehend this. But when we ask for something and we're constantly asking and asking and asking, and we're expecting it a certain way, then we're not going to we're not open to receiving their reply, their help, or their message. Whatever the case is, when you ask for something, don't expect it to be a certain way, or this is just what I keep getting. Don't expect it to come the way you want it to come. It's going to come the way they're able to send it, and this is how it's going to help you to grow and learn, because now you're accepting what's coming to you. So hopefully that wasn't a little confusing for you, because I sometimes can, my words, because I'm seeing things, I'm getting things, and I try not to blend them together. And look up the number 12 in numerology or angel numbers. That'll give you more deeper message on the path, the temple's path. Again, fortify your temple. This is your sacred space. Let that become your sacred space. Know in your mind, this is my sacred space. I am connected with Source. I am always connected with Source. I am always receiving Source's love, warmth, peace, that loving care that we urge. We are always receiving it. We just have to be open to it. So, because I can babble on about that. The next one I got is because I wanted to know, how is this energy, how might this energy be affecting us? And the card that I got was from the same deck, which is the Energy Oracle. And it's the 7th chakra, and it's Archangel Uriel. So, when I got this card, I got it in reverse. So basically, what it's telling me that there still are a lot of people who are blocked right now because they are allowing their old ways to hold them back. It is time to let go of those old beliefs that were instilled in us from childhood. And one of them being that, okay, instance the tarot card. Oh, you don't mess with the tarot card. That's taboo. You know, those things like that. These are used so we can have guidance. If you are not like a psychic, a medium who receives it naturally, you can use this because this is how your higher self, who was created by Source, communicates with you. This is how angels and higher beings of light also communicate with you. So how is that something that is wrong? It's easy for me to say because I've been blessed to have people in my life at a young age tell me that it's okay. And not many people have that. But look at it this way. If you don't feel comfortable with a regular tarot deck, get an angel deck. What's wrong with an angel deck if you're getting messages from angels? Now, if you're one who doesn't believe in angels, then okay, fine. Then there's the chakra decks. It just talks about your energy centers, your energy points, and what you need to work on, what you need to heal. Or sit in meditation, which a lot of people have very hard times sitting into meditation. And even if it's just for 5 minutes, just sit in meditation. Just sit there. Matter of fact, you don't even have to close your eyes. Just find a focus point. Let's say go outside, sit in your car, and there's a tree out there. Sit in the car and just focus on a tree. Just look at the tree up and down. Look at its branches. Look at its roots if you can from wherever you at. Or look at the sky. Just being in that moment, you are open to receiving messages. So if you don't want to use the tarot cards, be open that way. But it is time to start changing those old beliefs that are holding you back, because you are missing out on so many guided messages. And right now, the energy in the planet is to propel us forward. The energy I'm feeling is like in waves. It kind of like tickles. I know that was corny, but that's how I feel it, like in waves. A couple of my friends call it the Hildy. When I get these, what we call fluidos, meaning energy waves, where you get the goosebumps, you get the goosey bumps, some people call them. You get little goosey bumps, but I call them fluidos. This is your time to embrace that energy, because it's not there to harm you. Yes, it's something that you don't know about. It's something that is unknown to you. But just because it's unknown doesn't mean that it's bad for you or it's going to cause you harm. I can continue down that road, but it is time to get out of that old paradox. This card also talks about, for the people who are already on their spiritual journey, your questions have been heard and they are being answered. They are in the process of being, your wishes, your goals are being in the process of being presented to you, aligned with you, and for you to receive them as well. So just know that you're being heard. You're going to be blessed with knowledge. I don't know. Where's that? Okay. I don't know if you can see the book in the angel's hand. You're going to be blessed with the knowledge, and you're going to be given that responsibility as well, because that knowledge that is being given to you is knowledge that is meant for you to give forth. So I got so much messages from today. I journal whenever I do a card reading. So with this one, Some key phrases that I got was alignment, energy wave, paradox, subconscious mind. Because of the current energy, and if you're blocked, you may be getting headaches. If they're strong headaches, then they may be because you're so blocked and you're very sensitive, and not because you're a boohoo person. It's because you're sensitive. You're a person who actually feels this energy and don't even realize it. You're not being able to sleep. You're tossing and turning. One minute you're sad, one minute you're happy. It's like an up and down. It's like you feel like there is a pull. Like you don't know which way to go, or what's up, what's down, or it's like a circle. Your mind, because that's what I just felt like my head was circling. So it's time for you to work on your crown chakra. For those who are already on the spiritual path, you may get slight headaches, but you also may feel lightheaded. This is just those energy downloads, the messages that are coming to you. You may feel what I call, the energy waves and the hildies, or the fluidos. You may get all that, and just breathe into it. If you're feeling, just suddenly out of nowhere, lightheaded, like breathe into it a couple of times. Like take a deep breath. Start from your diaphragm, work your way up your chest, and relax. Breathe into it. Once you breathe into it, let's say take 3 deep breaths, and you open your eyes, and you're feeling better. That's basically those energy waves coming at you. As well as if you are, let's say you're walking, and then suddenly you feel like you just entered the twilight zone, but everything is still the same, but you feel like something is different. Something is just different, but you can't seem to pinpoint your hand on it. Breathe into it. And then accept it for your highest good and continue about your way. You will know later on, or within that moment, what it is, or what you're being told, or what is being given to you. But this comes with a lot of inspiration. It talks about having faith, having hope, knowing that you can succeed, knowing that what you set out to do, you can accomplish. And ask for guidance from the angels. Ask guidance from those higher energy beings that either you work with or you know of. And don't be afraid if you're not one that works with any energy beings, any angels or anything like that. Don't be afraid to ask help from them. Don't be afraid to tap into their energy. And also at the same time, give thanks. Give thanks for their help. Even though you just finished asking them to help you with something, don't be afraid to say thank you afterwards. Thank you for helping me with this. Thank you for answering my question, even though you haven't seen, heard, or been part of the outcome. Know it. Know that they're going to help you. Know that they're going to present it to you. Know that they're going to give it to you. Of course, remember, it's going to be provided for your highest good. So it may not, it may not be how you want it, but it's going to be how you need it. Always remember that. And then also look up the number 41. Look it up in numerology. Look it up in angel numbers. Because if you look at the number 4 speaks of, balance as well. It speaks of unity. It speaks of happiness. It speaks of celebration. This is a time to celebrate. This is a time to bring in this energy. This is a time of joy, happiness, You can be going through a hard time. You can be having financial issues. You can be losing things. It's okay. It's okay, because it's just making room for what is meant for you. You may not see it. You may not feel it. You may not understand it at the moment. Have faith. Have faith that there's a reason why things are going on right now. When you walk in faith, hope, and love, yes, we're going to have our ups and downs. Yes, we're going to have our bad moments. And it's okay to experience it. It's okay to be mad. But don't ride that wave. It's okay to have slight doubts. See why you're having those doubts, and don't ride that wave. Get the lessons from all of them, because everything isn't always love and light in this matrix. We are going to experience anger. We are going to experience frustration. We are going to experience sadness. Just don't ride that wave. Take the lesson from it. See what lesson is there for you to learn, because you may need to learn it to pass it on to someone else. In this lifetime, we are going to learn from others. Others are going to teach us lessons that we may not need, but we may run into somebody who may need it. Our life is always full of lessons to learn from others, to learn from ourselves, and then to pass on. But I don't want to keep babbling about that. Look up the number 41 and see how that resonates with this card, because you may have other messages for questions you may have. And then the last question that I asked is, let me look it up real quick, is what do we need to know as we draw closer to the end of this month? And the card that I got was from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. And it is the Oracle. Wait for important information. So this card is an awesome card, because it's talking about taking the time to wait for an answer. We are always in a rush. We want things fast. We want internet to move faster. We want money to come to us fast. We want love to come to us fast. We want opportunities to come to us fast. But sometimes we just need to sit in stillness and let it come to us. Kind of like a set it and forget it. I know that was corny. But, it's kind of like a set it and forget it. We already set the intention. We already asked the questions. Now it is time to be in that moment of receiving. We're going to receive the answers. Again, it may not be the way we want it, what we want, or how we want it is what we need at the time to propel us forward. We're also being prepared for messages that are coming from our ancestors, because as you know, we're drawing closer to fall. Fall is a big time for many people who celebrate ancestors, and for many people who celebrate the harvest time. This is a time of harvest right now. This is a time to collect all the information that's being given to us, through daily synchronicities, symbols, signs, colors, dreams. So right now, prepare yourself to receive. Be open and receptive to receive the message. You're going to be receiving messages. When am I moving? I need to move. Oh my God. If you get so caught up in the anxiety of I need to move, I need money, I need a better job, then you're not going to receive that synchronicity. You're not going to be open to it. Or you may see it and you'll be like, oh yeah, I see 6666. I'll be like, oh no, that's taboo. 6666. There goes that mindset. There goes that old belief. Put that old belief. Look up the number 666. You'll be surprised the message behind that number. But it is time to go within, receive the messages, feel the messages. Again, even if you can't see them, but you're getting something, breathe into it and thank it. If you're one who likes to do ceremony, sit in a ceremony. Or if you don't even know how to do a ceremony, get a simple little double boiler. Okay, so a double boiler, for those who don't know, is when you have a boiling pot of water and then you put another pot on top of it, and either you melt things or you warm things up. Put a double boiler of a little bit of water, let's say some chamomile, some mint, some I can see it but I can't get it. Some lavender, and let the double boiler, and put maybe, or the oils if you don't have the natural herbs. Go in your kitchen cabinets, get mint, even teas, brew them, bring in that smell, allow it to relax you enough to open yourself to receiving those messages. Again, you may not see them, you may not feel them, you may not hear them, but they are coming to you. And just breathe that in. You'll be like, oh, I can't meditate, I don't know how to meditate. Just think about lavender. Think about a field of lavender. Think about how lavender relaxes your mind. Mint. The freshness of mint. The coolness of mint. A field of mint leaves. You know, strolling down the path of a field of mints. That's a moment of meditation in itself. And since you're not allowing other thoughts to come in, remember, if you block your thoughts, you're not going to receive anything because you're too busy blocking your thoughts. All it is, if you're in a field of mints, right? And then suddenly you start seeing how this person at work who is constantly getting on your nerves and you know is up to something, that thought is coming into your mind. Continue focusing on the field of mint and just let it go by and focus on the mint. Whatever thought comes to mind, just let it go by. But that'll be for another video, just on how to meditate. But yeah, right now is your time to rest. And when I mean rest, I don't mean to not do anything. Rest is to take that moment, focus on that tree and just look at that tree. Focus on the sky and just look at the sky. If you have a picture at home, like I can just focus on my tapestry that I have. Or if you have a picture at home of a landscape, or just sit outside and breathe. It is time to relax and receive the messages, because Source, Spirit, angels, they have heard everything you've asked for. They have heard your wishes. They know what you want. And right now, everything is starting to flow out through these waves, through these synchronicities. And don't miss it, because you can miss it. Because some of these messages may then tell you to act on something, to move away from something. And if you are just waiting, and then you start getting frustrated, oh, I'm just going to do it, then you just blew an opportunity. And now you're going to have to wait for the next wave to come around to put you back into synchronicity to where you need to be, to put you back in the right path of where you need to be. But the overall message, there's a lot of energy right now to hone into, and that is the energy of love. That is the energy of compassion, peace, and warmth. Focus on that. Be open. I am open to receiving the energy of, or I am open to receiving love. I am divinely connected. I am always open to receiving messages from my spirit guides, from my angels, from Source. So, and if you are blocked because of your old ways, I am open to seeing things in a different light that are for my highest good. My crown chakra is open to receiving messages that are for my highest good. My crown chakra is now healthy, in a healthy state. I am always receiving messages from source, from divine. These are just things that you can repeat over and over to yourself and enjoy this wave. Even if you get a headache, it's okay. Breathe into the headache and release the headache. Yes, it's going to take a while. It's not going to be something that you're going to be just and then it's gone. No, breathe into it, work into it, and then you're going to see how you're going to begin to minimize that headache. You get a dizziness again. You get this whole Twilight Zone feeling. Breathe into it. And I accept this feeling that is for my highest good. And then let it go. And accept it. So, right now it's time of acceptance. It is time of opening up that heart to receive message from source during your time of rest. But it doesn't mean not to do anything. It doesn't mean to just lay back and wait for spirit to do things for you. Spirit is already been doing things for you. They're just showing you now. They're showing you now. They are downloading now, and they are sending you through dreams, through numbers, through people, through situations in life. So, by being at rest and allowing this to come, you have all your answers to all the questions and to what path you need to walk in life. So I try to make this a short dream, but I babbled a little bit, a couple of things. I made this video because something was telling me a lot of people really need to hear this. So I hope this resonated with you. And if it didn't, it's okay. You learned something new that you can then pass on to someone else who may need it. But every day is a lesson. It may not be lessons we want to learn, but every day is a lesson. It may not be the lesson we want to experience, but it is a lesson for us to grow and for us to relate to others so they can grow as well. If you're interested in having a reading, I also do readings. You can go on my bio and see my internet, you hear me, my website, where I do Reiki session and card readings as well. I also offer 15-minute consultations to see how I can better assist you and how I can, guide you in your path, and if I am the one. And I can possibly recommend somebody if I know that I'm not the one that can assist you. At the time, I could recommend you to somebody who can assist, because there are so many people that I know that are gifted and that can help. Again, I hope this was helpful, and namaste.